Namaste. Let us begin. Okay, our first lesson on self-awareness. Who am I? So, who am I? Very important question, right? We have not even really asked ourselves. If we do, we have not really received clear answer. Okay, we are still lost in really finding out who am I exactly. Okay, so if I don't know, then how can I live up to my true identity, right? Which is meditation, basically, right? Living up to your true identity, who you are, which is a pure energy, right? Um, so that's why it's important to understand. So right now, looking at this picture, you can tell me, are you living with your real identity? Okay, are you living within consciousness, with the image on the left side, or are you living with the consciousness image and showed the image showed in this picture, which is on the right side? Okay, which image, okay, which consciousness are we living with? The body with the light or just the body? Okay, we all are living with the consciousness of body only. Okay, so we all would select the image on the left. Okay, we are not seeing ourselves separate than the body. Okay, so living up to the consciousness of the soul, okay, which is we say meditating. We are meditating means we are seeing ourselves different than the body. Okay, the elevated consciousness which has all the feelings, the virtues that we are looking for. Okay, that belongs to us only, right? So we are right now deha abhimani. Okay, body conscious. We are not soul conscious because we are not living up to this consciousness every given moment. Okay, so awareness matters. Okay, as is your awareness, okay, so will be your so will be your thoughts. Okay, if you live with the elevated awareness, that's where have your mind is driven to think constantly. Okay, so this awareness is very, very important. Okay, and right now we feel like, oh, how do I create it? Okay, but it will become natural through this study. The more you start understanding this, getting attachment to all this information I'm sharing, automatically you will start feeling it. Okay. All right. So who are we? Okay. We are saying we live with the image, the consciousness of a body. What does it mean? Okay. It means if somebody asks you, who are you? You will say, oh, my name is this. I belong to this religion. This is my profession, my possessions. Okay, you already have watched this in the introductory video. Okay, so I'm going to just go through it very quickly. Okay, these are our temporary, superficial identities. Okay, this is what we are living with right now. Okay, we have been since long time. Okay, accomplishment. Right now, if I tell someone, oh, do you have some time? Let's schedule a session. They say, oh, I have a job. First, oh, I have this, I have to go here. Oh, I have a lot of things at home. Oh, I have this commitment. I have that commitment. In the physical sense. We are always thinking about fulfilling, right? We say that as a part of a responsibility that I have to do that. That is part of responsibility. Okay, but we forget. Okay, what in Bhagavad Gita it has said also, and generally, okay, without having right awareness, whatever we are doing, it has become the cause of creating more burden on the mind. Think about it. Okay, all the things that you are thinking, okay, you are focusing. You can from morning to evening. What is it doing? It's draining your energy of the mind. Okay, something which is our responsibility that should fill us with happiness constantly. Okay, so we are not really fulfilling our responsibility, which is to see yourself as a soul, remain in your positive energy constantly, okay, and perform the actions. We are not doing that. So how can we say we are fulfilling our responsibility? Okay, we are basically kind of doing more things okay, to create more effect on the mind, drain the energy of the mind, create a burden of sins, activate our vices, and more and more, we can say, enforce our body conscious nature. That's what we are doing. Do you think that is our responsibility? Right? We are the puppet of five elements right now. Okay. We are living with a limited consciousness. We are getting affected by things because we are attached to our wrong image. And that's why if somebody tells me something which I'm attached to, if I think I'm a Hindu, then somebody tells me I'm a Muslim, I'm affected by it. If I'm attached to my name, right? Somebody calls me a different name, it affects me. I feel like, oh, they have told me, but you are not the name, right? You are not the mom, you are not the dad. If somebody is pinpointing to the position or role you are playing, maybe at work, at home, you are affected by it. They are not praising me, they are not appreciating me. Okay, they have really defamed me, they have did bad things to me. Okay, that's what we are doing. Our judgment is based on the limited identity we are carrying, and we are just creating the burden. As a result, we are not able to let go of the effect of everything that's happening around us. But in reality, we should not even take that effect within us. Okay, so conclusion is we are living with wrong identity. We are not my society, we are not my body, my family, my religion. Okay, and right now we are carrying that mentality and attitude of always give the emphasis on things at the physical level without even having any awareness of the soul. We are not even learning, okay, how I can perform actions, which is true responsibility, okay, with where I don't accumulate any effect on the mind and just have my energy maintained and also increase the happiness as I perform actions. Okay, we are not really working on that, and we are just going away and away and away, okay, from us, and the result is you are suffering. You know what's happening, right, in the world. We are going to have like bad fortune automatically. Okay, all right. So who are we then? Okay, if this is not who we are, then who are we? Okay, we are not the body made up of bones and skeletons. Okay, anything connected to the body, the roles we are playing, position, job, um, if that's not who we are, then who are we? Okay, we are that being that which is attached to the human. Okay, which is comes from the humus. We are human being. We are being. Okay, we are a soul, Atma. Okay, I'm not a body, but I am a sentient power that works with the body. Okay, I'm a soul. Spirit, consciousness, you can say Atma, Noor. Okay, different names it is known by. Okay, life force, quality of living being. Okay, so it's very, very important to understand that. Okay, so our reality is, our responsibility is to perform each and every action, seeing yourself and seeing others as souls. If we are not doing that, then everything basically, it says in the Bhagavad Gita also, it is basically the actions who really creates more bondage for us. Okay. So let's move on. So these are all the references from Bhagavad Gita. Okay, the soul cannot be seen. Okay, it's so subtle, cannot be seen through physical instruments. Okay, the word avyakto means cannot be seen with this physical eyes. Okay, it's just an energy. Okay, it's an energy, a life force. Okay, that is activated when it comes into the body and gives the life, which means the movement. At the moment soul enters, the body starts moving. Okay, so that's when when a female who is pregnant, as soon as the soul enters in the fetus, they will feel the movement. So the movement is the proof that there is entrance of the soul. Okay, so whoever is moving, a living creature, has a soul. All right, so soul can only be seen through the eye of the intellect. So this knowledge is the one that serves, okay, as that invisible eye, okay, to experience the self as a soul. Okay, so soul is the source of unique light. You can take it. It can be visible to physical eyes, but it can be visualized through the eye of knowledge. Okay, we can give it like a visualization of a light because it's an energy. Okay, we are body conscious that allows us to actually create the vision of ourselves separate than the body. So, okay, so that's why we have given the form of a light. Okay, it has a reference also in the Bhagavad Gita that you will be receiving through this PDF. Okay, the soul is like a driver. Okay, the soul has three powers. It is made up of, we'll cover that in the next session. Okay, it is made up of mind, intellect, and sanskars. Okay, until now, nobody knew what is Atma. That's why we could not really learn meditation in the right way, accurate way. When God comes, He reveals the truth. Okay, who are you as a soul? It's a sentient power that works with the body. It's the embodiment of mind, intellect, and sanskars. Okay, just like the body. When you say body, you automatically visualize hands, legs, arms, right? Nose to be part of the body. You have that awareness. Same thing. If we become aware, when we say that I am a soul, we become aware of these three faculties as an embodiment. Okay. The soul being an embodiment of these three faculties. Okay. These three is a part of the soul. Combined power of these three makes up the soul. Then we can actually go towards learning the first step of meditation. Okay. Very, very important. Without the soul, the body cannot operate. Without the body, soul cannot really be activated. So very important. Okay, soul needs a body. Soul without the body cannot operate. If you have a lot of questions regarding this, if you have difficult time accepting this, you should schedule a session to really get more evidences and proofs and clear your doubts. Okay, we don't want to make this session too long. So that's why we are inviting you for the conversation. Okay. There is no point of agreeing, disagreeing, because we are in a study mode. Intellect is in a study mode, not a judging mode or comparing mode, right? So in studying, we are just going to study. Just use this information. Don't get affected by what we are believing. We already said that, right? Then it won't be very difficult. Think about what you are receiving. It's easy. You will easily be able to meditate. Okay. So very, very important. So this chariot, so there are a lot of examples. Okay, the soul is an energy which is eternal, immortal, indestructible. Okay, it's a living body is non-living. Okay, again it's some of you might have a question: is mind part of the soul? We will cover that in the next session. Okay, you can go through these slides. Everything you can able to read the difference between soul and the body, but I would like to focus on certain examples. Okay, through which you can easily able to create that visualization how you are separate than the body. Okay, number one, driver in the car, right? Just like the driver, right, needs a car. Similarly, right, soul needs a body, right, to express and experience. Driver needs car to show its expertise, right? Same thing. Okay, soul expresses and experiences through the body. Okay, its normal nature, its experience, original nature through the body only. Okay, soul is an actor, the body is like a dress. Okay, soul is like a rider, the body is chariot. Soul is a battery. Okay, the body is like a phone. Okay, soul is a seed, the body is like a tree. The soul is the ideal, the body is like a temple. Okay, so very, very important. Body is made up of 5 elements. Soul is made up of mind, intellect, sanskars. Okay. Your homework is you need to come up with one example. Okay. If you are not able to really think about what you are listening and spend some time with yourself, thinking about how I'm different than the body. Okay. Using this understanding, don't expect that you will be able to realize yourself as a soul. Okay, so importance of the intellect, understanding, and how much we are spending time to really remembering those things and giving attention to the soul. That basically this will decide if you can able to how long you can concentrate on yourself as a soul. Okay, so very, very important. Now think about it. Okay, what you heard. You will also have a video. Next video, you can visualize it and just spend some time reflecting what you heard, and if it makes sense to you. If it is not making sense to you, then clear it. Okay, so more you can able to settle your intellect, okay, to one thing, it's easy for you to experience. We are slowing down the mind and intellect. Okay, we are stabilizing the intellect with facts, so it doesn't have to operate so much. We are cutting down so many thoughts. Okay, that's what we need right now. So if you can able to stabilize with facts and spend time with those facts, automatically your mind will experience it. Okay, but it's very, very important we imbibe that one truth. Okay, that's why this study is for to experience the original qualities which are shown here. The 7 main qualities of the soul. Okay, power, purity, happiness, love, peace, truth, and bliss, which we all want, right? Right now, we all want love because we are love. We all want peace because that's our original quality. Okay, we have experienced peace, that soul conscious peace. So that's why we want it. If you have eaten cake, then only you will think of cake, right? You have experienced truth, that's why you are liking that quality, right? So everybody in the world would like to have this quality constantly. Okay, but the method through which we are trying to experience a body consciousness, it is draining. Okay, it's taking us away from experiencing this quality constantly. Okay, we are adapting body conscious nature, so this quality can only be is bound by the bound by 5 elements. So it is actually becoming a small bhogi, okay, pleasure seeker through the body. This is not the reality, which is becoming the root cause for us. Okay, so it's taking away from original nature and just having us experience the limitedness of these qualities through body conscious nature. Okay, if we spend some time, okay, reflecting this qualities, seeing ourselves as a soul, all the other qualities come within us automatically. Okay, so this is the greeting. You will see me basically saying it before and after the session. Om Shanti. So there is a reason for that. Just like in the path of bhakti, we have adapted a lot of slogans and lot of mantras, right, to kind of remember certain things, certain image constantly in our mind. Well, we are using this greeting, okay, to help us remember. Okay, it's just a thought in your thought. You don't have to say out loud. Even in your thought, you use it. It is used as a reminder. Okay, Om means I, the soul. This is my body, right? When we say my body, my arms, my legs, my head, my nose. My is for body. Who is possessing those things? Okay, who is controlling those? I is the soul. Okay, very, very important. Okay, just like I'm cutting, we say I am cutting the vegetables. Okay, my hand is cutting the vegetables. I am the one who is driving my hand to cut actually. Who is doing the cutting process? It's through my mind and intellect, right? Who is what am I using? Means of cutting is my hand. Okay, is driving the knife, but who is the driver? Okay, who is driving is the soul, and the hand is just an instrument. Very, very important. Okay, so I and my, very obvious. It has indication, as you see, the references in Bhagavad Gita as well. Om means I am a soul. This is my body. Shanti means peace. Okay, Om Shanti. When I say Om Shanti, it is helping me to go back to my inner pure space with the vision of myself as a point of light. Okay, and kind of having me have that feeling, giving me that satisfaction that, okay, doesn't matter what is going on in the mind, but oh, I'm glad. Just I'm paying attention, Om Shanti, I'm a peaceful soul, all the things will go away. Okay, slowly, after you imbibe all the knowledge, but you can start with it. Okay, but for that, you need to know the location of the soul, right? That we are going to cover and then we are going to end the session. Okay, so Om Shanti, when we say, right, what are we doing basically? We are just reminding, we are going back to our original self, okay, which is bringing us our memory that You don't have to depend of any desire to be fulfilled to be peaceful. You are peace. Okay, it's just you. You are peace. You are an embodiment of peace. So let me just soak in, accept that fact, enjoy, and take the pleasure of that thought, positive pleasure. Okay, that's what basically the first step of meditation is. Okay, if you start doing it, it will help. Don't go into why, what, how. Just say, I am peace. Go back. Go into that space inside where you focus on the center of the forehead. Okay, the soul is not in the physical heart. Okay, of course, think about it. Okay, the controller, the driver will sit in the driving seat. Okay, which it will have all the gadgets to control the car. Then where would soul sit? Of course, soul sits in the brain, right? That's why we put tilak in the path of bhakti. It is a memorial, okay, of basically remembering yourself as a soul. But we forgot. God tells us the reality, okay, who is the knower of three aspects of time. So next time, when you have the tilak put on your forehead, okay, please remember that is a memorial. Okay, you have to think of yourself as a soul. Okay, when you see yourself in the mirror, please, one thought, give it to yourself. Okay, fulfilling, having your nice day, giving the attention to the soul, the seed will give you good fruit. If you don't pay attention to the seed, you don't nurture the seed, you can't have good fruit. Doesn't matter how well you take care of the trunk and the tree. Okay, very, very important. The soul, the reference in Bhagavad Gita also, that the soul sits in the center of the forehead. Okay, soul cannot be transplanted, of course, so it can't sit in the heart. This heart transplant of the heart. Okay, the soul sits at the place where it won't have the transplant at all. Okay, in the middle of the forehead. If you're not able to get this point, you can contact us. I will provide you more evidences. Okay, so it sits between hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Okay, so in the meditation or when you want to spend your time, you can go into that space in the center of the forehead. Visualize yourself as a soul and just hang on to that thought. Oh, wow, I'm originally peaceful. I don't really need anything to give me peace. I am peace. That's it. Accept that thought. Okay. That's all you need. Okay. All right. So all this other explanation is given in the PDF. You can go through it if you would like. Okay. That soul is not all over the body. That is also explained here. Okay. Soul is sitting at one place. Okay, which is also in the path of bhaktis. That is the place that has regarded actually in all the religions. Okay, in baptism also they use that place, right? They see for the sacred rituals as well. Also, we also go to the temple. We bow down our head too, right? And little children also, they say, "Oh, be careful. Make sure that this area is not affected when they're playing. Be careful with them." Okay, so we take a lot of care about the head, right? For especially little children as well. So very, very important. Okay, so energy of the soul is basically spreaded throughout the body. So that's why if you cut the finger will work for some time. Okay, and then because it's separated, after some time it will die. Okay, just like the one of the example is given in here too, right? If you throw the ball, okay, the ball will how do you know how far the ball will go? It's the force, right, that have been used that goes with the ball. Okay, your hand is still here, but the force that is generated through the hand, it will go along with it. And then when it comes, when that force is reached to its peak, it will come down. Okay, due to the gravitational force. So it makes sense, right? Soul cannot be everywhere. All these other references, you can go through it. Okay, so the next step we will focus on is basically understanding three powers of the soul. Okay, and then we are going to talk a little bit about meditation. Okay, but best wishes for the next session. If any question, please don't hesitate to contact. Information will be there in the description box. Okay. Om Shanti.